I still remember that day like it was yesterday. Ethan Carter, just this 14-year-old kid from a quiet suburb in Connecticut, stepping into first class for the first time. My heart racing like I'd won the lottery, backpack slung over my shoulder, clutching this beat-up robotics magazine, thinking, man, this is it, the big leagues, thanks to that STEM scholarship I'd busted my butt for. My grandma, Margaret Hayes, trailing behind me with that no-nonsense walk of hers in her late 60s, but carries herself like she owns the sky, whispering, "Chin up, Ethan, you earned this spot just like anyone else." We slide into seats 1A and 1B on this Horizon Air flight from JFK to San Francisco, the leather so soft it feels like a hug, the air smelling of fresh coffee and possibility. But then the flight attendant, this woman named Karen Ellis, all starched uniform and fake smile, hands out these fancy leather-bound menus to everyone except me. She pauses at my row, looks down at my face like I'm some stray dog that wandered in, and says, cool as ice, "Sorry, kid. First-class menus are for adults on you got a policy. Can't have spills ruining the vibe for our real passengers." Her voice dripping with that superior tone, loud enough for the whole cabin to hear, passengers shifting in their seats, some smirking. One lady even pulling out her phone to film the whole thing, whispering to her husband, "Look at that, they let anyone up here these days." My stomach drops, cheeks burning, I feel small, out of place, like all my hard work coding late nights, winning those science fairs, means nothing in this polished world where age apparently trumps everything. I glance at Grandma, her eyes steady, signaling me to stay cool, but inside I'm raging, thinking, why me? Why turn this reward into a punchline? But here's where it gets wild. Grandma doesn't say a word, just pulls out her tablet, taps a few keys with that calm precision she's got from years running the National Airport Authority, overseeing contracts for a dozen major hubs. You see, she's the quiet force behind the scenes, negotiating deals, ensuring fair play, but with a deep-seated grudge against entitlement after dealing with arrogant execs who dismiss folks like us, folks from modest backgrounds, assuming we're not first-class material. She activates this emergency protocol Charter 10. They call it suspending Horizon Air's access to key airports nationwide, effective immediately. No warning, just red alerts flashing across control rooms from O'Hare to LAX, flights grounding, stocks tanking 20% in hours, execs in their glass towers panicking, one yelling into his phone, "Who the hell is Margaret Hayes, and how do we fix this?" Back in the cabin, murmurs turn to gasps as phones buzz with news pushes. Airline suspended over kids' meal denial, the video going viral, millions tweeting "Fly with dignity," parents raging about bias, while Karen hovers nearby, her smugness cracking as she overhears a passenger mutter, "That boy's got more class than you'll ever have." By the time we land, Karen's hauled into a boardroom at San Francisco Airport, facing the CEO, a slick guy in a suit who plays the viral clip her condescending policy line echoing, and he leans in, voice low and furious. "You just cost us millions, thinking you could gatekeep luxury from a kid because, what? He doesn't fit your image of elite? You're done, fired, blacklisted." She stammers, but I was upholding standards, tears welling, realizing too late her power trip stemmed from her own insecurities, years of dealing with rude rich folks making her resent anyone unworthy. But now it's her world crumbling. Grandma addresses this big aviation conference later, voice soft yet commanding. "Dignity isn't age-restricted, it's for every passenger, or we all lose." The room erupting in applause, policies shifting overnight. No more kid-shaming. Every airline signing on to treat folks right. And me? On my next flight, that same attendant who watched it all hands me the menu with a genuine smile, saying, "You've changed the game, kid, enjoy." It felt like victory, sweet and earned. But man, it makes you wonder, was Grandma's move justice? Or a power play that went too far, punishing a whole company for one woman's bias? What do you think, fair game or overkill? Drop a comment below. Share if you face something like this. Let's talk about where respect really starts in our messed up world.